Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Everyday Woman series right here on the Speak Up Sis YouTube channel. My name is Angel Charmaine, and I am your host for this month-long series of women's voices, where 30 different women show up one per day to share a lesson lived, laughed, learned. And so far, we have had a phenomenal time. 15 women so far, and each day just gets gooder and gooder. And today is not going to be any different because we've got an amazing woman who's showing up in the space today. She is my sister in the Lord. We met in an amazing way, and we just remain connected. And so I bless God for her testimony, her life, her support, her love, and all that good, and her prayers, because she's a praying woman. And so I bless God for that. So listen, if you're watching right now, whether you're watching live or you're watching in the replay, and you're not already subscribed to Speak Up Sis YouTube channel, I'm going to ask you to please do that right now. All right. Just click subscribe, join the family, and meet us here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the remainder of the month. Now, let's thank our sponsor for the night, or I want to thank our sponsor for the night, Mama Goose Show, where the host is Miss Valerie Champion. And so we're going to hear from Mama Goose herself.
Hey, are you thirsty for some inspiration and good energy? Why not sip on a piping hot cup of spiritual tea? If you want to get the real life juice, simply listen to the podcast with Mama Goose.
So listen, everybody, you all need to make sure that you check out our sponsor for today, Mama Goose Podcast. She can be found on YouTube at Mama Goose, but her address will be scrolling at the bottom. So you all make sure that you check her out. Go and subscribe. She's got some good stuff there. She has wonderful guest conversations and just lots of good stuff to share with you. So please patronize our sponsor, Mama Goose Show, tonight. All right. So you got 2 channels you need to be subscribing to. Thank you. Please and thank you. So let's go ahead and bring up the woman of the hour, because I know that's why you all are here. So let's bring her on into the room and let's talk to Miss Valerie Champion. How you doing, sis?
I'm awesome. How are you, sis?
I am doing well. I'm dancing.
I know, right? I am excited to be here. Look again. Yes.
Yes. I love having you into the space just because you're so just real and honest, transparent, vulnerable, all the good stuff that I like. Your story resonates with so many people. And you just have a sweet spirit, and I love that about you. So I appreciate you. I say it all the time just because I can. So just know
here.
I love you and I appreciate you. But I'm going to move out of the way because tonight is your night to share your lesson, live, laugh, learn. Are you ready?
I am. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready to share.
So let's get it.
Oh, well. Good evening, my fellow sisters and brothers. Okay. The story, hold on one second, y'all. Please, just 1 second. My mouth, y'all, a little dry there. Okay. The story that I have, well, let me put it this way. The lesson that I have to share is also for me a testimony, right? It's a testimony for me on how I realized later in life, even though I didn't have a relationship with God, He has always had His hand on my life, right? I am here to share the story, and you know the title. If you've seen it, the title is God's Hand on an Ex-Thief, right? Okay, so it starts back to 1988, the year right after high school. My mom had gotten me this job at a sandwich shop. I was a single parent. My child was only 1 year old, and I had to move. I had moved back home with my mom. Um, and when I moved back home, I didn't have an income. So I went and I applied for welfare. So the same month I applied for welfare is when my mom got me the job. So after 6 months, I was able to, let it go. I didn't go to recertify. But within that 6 month period, I had gotten my own apartment right in the same apartment where my mom is. She helped me get that too, y'all. I think I was 18, 19 years old in my first apartment by myself, 1 bedroom. I didn't have any furniture, right? So I'm working at the sandwich shop, and I just have a mind for numbers. So we got the same people coming in. I'm trying to make this short. We got the same people coming in every day getting the same thing. So you kind of know what their price is going to be. Let me just cut the chase. You know what their price is going to be. So instead of ringing them up, you put the money in, and here I am. I'm calculating, keeping track on what I'm getting. So I'm going home every day between $75 and $150, right? Now, mind you, I had gotten my cousin a job there and my best friend a job there. So I was able to, with the welfare and the money that I was thieving from my job, I was able to, get a nice little living room suite, a bedroom suite for me and my son, and a nice little small kitchen set. Okay, to bring it up, I'm taking, and come to find out, my cousin's taking, my best friend's taking. So the owner started to, look at things. Well, this particular day, they decide to come and pull my drawer early. So I wasn't able to get what I had no calculator. I wasn't able to get it out of the drawer. So that day, I got fired. So what do? I do what I only knew. I went home, I cried, and I was like, Lord, I need a job. No, I didn't, because he wasn't my Lord at the time. I didn't even know him. I said, God, I need a job. So I remember getting developing a relationship with the human resource director of First Union Bank. And I had asked her, hey, how can I get on with First Union? And she was like, go and get some experience at CNS. That's how long it's been, y'all. CNS Bank, in their lockbox department, and, I'll see what I can do. I did that. I worked at night, overnight, and on the weekend. So I was able to get that experience, and I got hired at First Union Bank. I worked there 2 years, y'all, right? Hear me out. I got the job pregnant with my second child. I was scared to tell them in, fear that they wasn't going to give me the job. But I got the job. Nonetheless, 2 years I'm there. I get fired because this young lady made an error. And at the time, it was like, if you don't catch the error, you get an error. So here I am with 3 errors. The bank is like, okay, you got to go. When I tell y'all, this is how God works. I was not out of a job 30 days. Okay. I have an aunt who was working for Atlanta Life Insurance Company. I kid y'all not. She said, come apply for the job in my department. You got haters, y'all. There were some haters on my aunt. They didn't like her for whatever reason. And they told the human resource lady that I was her niece. So bam, I can't get hired. That's okay. My aunt talked with the data entry department, and the guy hired me. I was there 8 years, y'all, until I decided that, okay, it's time for me to go, right? Let me tell y'all something. I left because I didn't want to work for Atlanta Life Insurance Company anymore, because initially, okay, don't get me wrong, but they were not paying us right. What they did was they brought in this company to hire us and for us to do their work. That company came in, paid us what we were worth, gave Atlanta Life a 5-year agreement or contract. After the 5 years, you can either go back to work for Atlanta Life or you can leave. I opt to take my severance and leave. So what I did was I took a part-time job working for EGE Capital on Acres Mill Road. I was there 2 weeks, right? I was out for strep throat for 3 days. So typically they will hire you permanently, after a certain time. So I was there 6 months and I'm like, are y'all going to hire me permanent? And the lady was like, well, you was out the first 2 weeks, blah, blah. So I was like, I had strep throat. You want me to come to work? So I was like, okay, Lord, I need a part-time job. I've been out of work long enough. I done took a break long enough, right? Let me tell y'all something. I didn't know nothing about reading the Bible. I didn't have a relationship with God. But when I tell y'all, he says he gonna always be there and he's never gonna leave you. The company that I work for right now is called ASCAP, okay? They have fired 12 people at one time, and they did an inside job fair. The temporary company that they hired found my resume online and called me and asked me, did I want to come to a job fair? Tell y'all how God is, and you don't even know. That's why that Jeremiah 29:11, let me just put that in there. That's my favorite scripture. They found my resume. She said the address to the job fair was 2690 Cumberland Parkway. That was 2 miles from Acres Mill where GE Capital was working. So I was able to set an appointment to have the interview, right? Let me tell you now. But when I got there, y'all, story now. See, I just want y'all to know I done kind of shorten this story for y'all. When I got there, I was late. Okay. The guy said, well, you're late. I said, I'm only here at the time that I was told to be here. Just so happened the lady standing there. She was like, well, yeah, it was my error. I did tell her that. It's like 100 and something people at this job fair. So I'm thinking like, they're not going to hire me. Right. Well, okay. Got my interview. Went through that. She said, the temporary lady said, well, thank you for coming. If you get a second call, you got the job. Right. By the time I get home, back up. I got in my car. I said, God, it's a lot of people in there. And I don't know if I'm going to get this job because I hadn't been working. I think it's probably about 8 months had went by and I hadn't been working. So I was like, I need this job. I went home, y'all. I had the call. I got the second call. I had the job. I have been on this job. I love my job. I have been here since October of 2000. When I tell y'all, I walk through the door, loving what I do, saying it out of my mouth right now. Lord, I love my job. I love my benefits. I love the people that I work with. I love what I do. I love the customers that I talk to. I was like, if to leave here, God gonna have to tell me to leave or ASCAP is gonna fire me. When I tell y'all, I have lasted five rounds of people losing their jobs, either from voluntary separation or from actually the company having to lay off. Recently, the 911, COVID, when I tell y'all, it ain't been nobody but God. God had his hand on this ex-thief right here because I told him, I said, God, if you give me a job, I will never, ever steal again. I held my end, and all I can say is he held his. Because, boy, it was a lesson learned. And the reason why I laughed today is because had I known my cousin was stealing, had I known my best friend was stealing too, I probably wouldn't have stole as much. Maybe I would have got caught. I'm just saying. But it was a lesson I lived. I laugh now, and I learned. And I am just so grateful that the hand of God was on my life, and it is still on my life. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Angel.
Let me tell you. I don't know which one of you I laughed the most with, Kima or you. With her and her fraudulent activity.
See, that's another story.
And you with your stealing cousin. When you said when you said I didn't know all them was, I just laughed so hard because you know what I thought of is when you know how your mama, your grandmama, and them say birds of a feather flock together. And people be like, just because they doing it don't mean I do it. Yeah, right.
I was like, oh wow. And it was so funny, I promise you. And then he actually tried to rehire me after he found out I was working for First Union. He tried to hire me back, right? And I was like, because his wife loved me, my personality. Right. He was like, I don't want anybody else answering my phone but Valerie. Well, she didn't know I was putting out her cash register.
Oh Lord, have mercy. But I bless God when I'm telling you, when we talk about I think for me so far in 16 days, an overarching lesson, right, has been seems for almost everybody, trust God because he is in full control. Yes. To me, that when you look at everybody's talk, right, it has really been sort of this lingering, it doesn't matter what you've done. Like you said, Jeremiah 29:11, there's a plan that's already been set for you. And when you get on that route, like you don't even have a choice in how that's going to work out. It's going to work. And so I'm just so grateful that y'all learning to stop stealing.
It was so funny when you know they got home because my cousin was living with me when she got home. She was like, "You were stealing too." I said, "You were stealing too, girl." It was a hot mess, but that was the back in the day. You live, you learn. Now I'm laughing.
Yes, and sharing, and this is the beauty of Speak Up Sis that I love. I love that God has given me this, because the beauty is that you now you get to share it. You get to share it in a way that will help some other people to either one, not take that path, or two, not sit in self-condemnation, shame, and guilt because they took that path. Right? And it's beautiful.
I'm gonna be honest with you. What time is it? I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
You got it. We got a little
time. Before at 5 o'clock, let me just be honest. At 5 o'clock, my heart started racing because I said, "Oh, I got 2 hours. Oh, I got 2 hours before I go on." I was like, "Oh God, you sure you want me to share this? These people might be saying, ooh, ooh, ooh." I was like, "I don't know if I will. How they gonna think? What they gonna think when I get through?" I was like, I was nervous. I had to literally say a prayer before I came on. I was like, "Hey, Holy Spirit, have your way."
But you did it. And that's, and it's so beautiful. And it's such a lifting, right? Because once you put it out there, ain't no demon in hell can hold it against you. Can't nobody come talking about, well, y'all know Valerie used to. It's like, no, Valerie done been on a whole show. Valerie done told the whole world that, like, you're not telling us no new news. Like, you're gonna have to come with something else. You know?
People in Africa know.
They sure do, because it's some folks in Ghana, some folks in Cameroon, it's some folks all over Nigeria who watch Speak Up Sis. They know. Listen, I bless God. I bless God for you. I thank you for coming into the space. Thank you, Lynette. I appreciate you. She's been complimenting because I woke up this morning and was like, I'm putting on a pretty dress and I'm gonna look pretty today. I don't got nowhere to go, but I'm gonna do it. So, y'all might just get fabulousness.
I'm glad. Actually, I'm glad I got the fam angel today.
So thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you. I just thank you. And before we leave, I want to make sure that I invite those of you who are watching to join the Chrysalis community. It is an amazing space that God has allowed me to create for you women. It is a women's only exclusive space. It's a place for you to gain knowledge, get resources, have support within a protective and supportive community. Valerie was the first person to join. She was the first, huh?
Can I plug?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm okay. First off, I'm an author because I'm on Angel's Speak Up Sis bookshelf.
Yeah.
So I actually love to write. When I joined the community, I saw Angel had programs, and under that program, she had a 7-day journaling challenge. I took the challenge, and what it did for me, it gave me a refresher because life has been so busy for me, y'all. I promise you that I haven't really been writing like I used to. Like I love to write, I love to read, I love to write. And this journaling challenge, it has put me back on the path of writing. So I just want to say thank you for even having that there. That was the first thing I did.
Oh my goodness. And y'all, I didn't ask her to say that.
No, I didn't even know you was gonna bring it up. I didn't know you was gonna say, you know.
I bless God. You have the only badge that says what? First member, because you were the first person to even sign up to join the community, and I say thank you. So I created a badge just for Valerie because it takes a lot to be the first. It takes a lot to say, you know, I'm gonna try a thing, to blaze the trail for a thing, to not know what's in the thing, but say, I trust this platform enough that I'm gonna go in first. She was the first, so she has a special badge that says she was the first member, and she actually earned the first badge because you earn badges when you take classes, when you take the courses. So she's got her journaler badge because she completed the journaling course. So listen, y'all, just come on in. There are other things, and it was free. It didn't cost you anything extra.
Nope.
It was free, and there are other free resources. So listen, I'm giving you an opportunity to come in and test it out. It's $12, $1 for each month in a year. You have a 1-year subscription that'll only cost you a one-time payment of $12, but you only have until September 30th to come into the community for the $12. Let me tell you, as of October 1st, I'm not even going to tell you what it's going to be. You go have to go look at the site, but I'm going to tell you it's significantly more than $12 a month, and it's a monthly subscription. So please, if you're thinking about it, if you want to just kind of see what it's like, come on in now while it's $12, because once October gets here, that's gonna go away. The promotion will go away. All right, and don't forget. And there's also a lifetime membership. It's $199 until October 1. So if you know, like, this is good, I know I'm gonna get a lot out of this. The $199 is a one-time payment, and you don't pay anything monthly. There's nothing else that you're paying to be in the community and access the resources that are in there. So go check it out for yourself. You can go to speakupsis.com and you can find the community there. Please make sure that you support tonight's sponsor, Mama Goose Show. And I'm going to leave you all with her voice again. And this is Mama Goose right here. Valerie Champion. She is Mama Goose. Mama Goose Show is her show. So please make sure that you visit her on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and join her community as well. All right. So do you have anything extra, anything you want to leave the people with?
I just want to say thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to be in your space again. I do. I want to say thank you. And yeah, y'all, come on. I'm trying to get up my subscriber count. Come on over to YouTube for the Mama Goose Show. Come on.
Do that. Like, if you're on here now, you need to be going to Mama Goose and clicking subscribe. Let's up those subscriptions. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, y'all have a wonderful night. And I am going to leave you all tonight with our sponsor, Mama Goose Show. You all have a beautiful night, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 17. And that's going to be Miss Denise Henry. She's new in the space, so I'm looking forward to hearing what it is that she's going to share. All right. So y'all have a good night. See you later, Valerie. I love you with the love of Jesus. And it's time for us to connect again somewhere, to have dinner, lunch, or something.
Yes. It's time.
Yes. That's what's up. So I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Hey, are you thirsty for some inspiration and good energy? Why not sip on a piping hot cup of spiritual tea? If you want to get the real life juice, simply listen to the podcast with Mama Goose.